Hello viewers and listeners at home. This is Learn at Home, and as usual I'll be taking mathematics, and today's topic is division, using the division sign. Using the division sign, and this lesson is meant for pupils in primary 4 to 6. So before we go further, we want to find out what is division. What do we mean by division, especially in mathematics? When we talk about division, we are trying to find out how many times a particular number is contained in a particular number. Again, I take that. How many times a number is contained in a particular number. We want to find out, if we take, for instance, 4 divided by 2, how many times is 2 contained in 4? That's what we are trying to inquire. If we say 8 divided by 4, how many times is 4 contained in 8? So these are the inquiries we'll be doing. And again, we will be using 2 methods. We use the normal method. We use the object to represent numbers, or certain numbers to represent an object. So we just want to find out how do we do that. Maybe just using an individual, for instance, that certain number of people, certain things is to be divided for them. How many will each and everyone get? And then we'll now find out for another method of doing division. It's called long method. How do we use the long division method to do division? So we'll be finding that out as we proceed. So we'll be taking our first example. But before then, I want you to know that we are using this sign. This is a division sign, and we have another sign like this. This is the long division sign. So we'll be using the 2 of them, but basically we want to concentrate on this. After doing this, then we'll now use the long division sign. So we'll take an example now. So the first question is 6 divided by 2. We want to see 6 divided by 2. What does this mean? It means how many times is 2 contained in 6. And we also find out 15 divided by 5. How many times is 5 contained in 15? So we'll be finding that out now. Now, supposing we have, for number 1, supposing we have 2 persons, and 6 items is given to these 2 persons to share. And we are saying, okay, if we have 2 boys, for instance, and we are using a stroke to represent a boy. If we have a boy here, can we leave this as this? Okay, supposing we have 2 boys. And we are trying to share 6 oranges amongst these 2 boys. How many will each person get? How many will each of the boys get? So that is what we want to find out. Now, these 2 boys, 1, 2 is representing these 2 we have here. 1, 1, 2, representing these 2. And then we have 6 oranges, or let's say 6 apples. So we want to share them. So we'll try to share them now. If we have so they have been able to divide the 6 apples we have amongst these 2 boys. So we'll find out, let's count. If the entire apple is up to 6, then we'll know we are correct. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 6. That means it's correct. So you can see that this is evenly distributed, is evenly shared, and each person has an equal apple as compared to the other person. So we have been able to divide. So if you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for each person, it means your answer is 3. So we are saying 6 divided by 2 will now give us 3, because you have shared 6 apples among 2 boys, and then each person got 3. So our answer is 3. Now again, we want to check for the second division we have there. We say number 2, 15 divided by 5. Now, if we have 5 persons and we have 15 items to share, how many will each person get? That's what we are trying to find out. So if we have we want to use a sign to represent a particular person. This time around, we can say they are girls. 5 girls. We are using this symbol to represent girls. We want to use that symbol to represent girls. Now, if you have 15 chalks, and you want to share this 15 pair of chalk among these girls, how many will each person get? So we'll do it by 5, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, representing these 5. So let's begin. 1, 2, 3. 1, assuming this is our chalk now. Pair of chalk. Again, you have 1, 2, 3. Now, if we count, you discover that each person has 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Each person has 3 each. Now, let's find out if that's correct. If we count every pair of chalk there and is correct, is up to 15, then our answer will be correct. then we will now know that the answer is 3. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is 15. So we can now say our answer is 15. Is 3 because each person got 3. Here, each person got 3 apples. Similarly here, each person got 3 pair of chalk. So here we have 15. We'll now have 15 divided by 5 equal to 3, because each person got 3, just the way we did in our first in number 1, in solving number 1. The same thing, each person here got 3, so we can say 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. So we'll be going into solving the next example using long division now. And in that case, we'll have divide 28 by 2. We want to divide 28 by 2. Quickly, we already know what the symbol is. I did mention that at the beginning of this lesson. We have this 28 will be here, will be located inside, and then your 2 will be out. So how do we go about this? We want to find out. The first thing to do is to divide, bring these 2 to these 2, and try to find out if you divide 2 by 2, how many times does 2 goes into 2? It goes once. It goes once. So what we need to do is to now multiply this 1 by this 2. If you multiply this 1 by this 2, it gives you 2. And then the next thing is to minus. We will now minus, so please take note of the steps. The first thing we did was to find out how many times does this 2 go into this 2. Leave that 8 aside. It went once. So we multiply this 2, this 1 by this 2, and we have 2 here. So we are now going to minus from here. If we do subtraction from here, you discover that 2 minus 2 will give us 0. 8 minus 0, it is assumed that there is 0 here. It will give us 8. Again, that number has not, this division has not ended. So we'll now find out how many times does 2 goes into 8. If you do it properly, it will go 4 times. So you will write 4 here. Again, 4 times 2 will give us 8. 4 times 2, this 4 multiplied by 2, will give us 8. And then we'll write our 8 here. The next thing we have to do is subtraction. 8 minus 8, again, just the way we did here, will give us 0. And 2 cannot go into 0, so we stop there. So we are done with that. So let's take another one quickly. This is number 1 in example 2. This is number 2. Divide 27 by 3. Divide 27 by 3. So here, again, you have your long division sign. Sometimes it is drawn like this. Whichever way, it's okay. So we have our 27 here. And like I told you, this 3 will be here, just the way we brought these 2 out. So we want to find out how many times does 3 goes into 2. No, it doesn't go that way. So what do? We consider the 2 numbers here together. So if we look at it. How many times does 3 goes into 27? It will go 9 times. You write the 9 on top of that long division sign. Now, you now multiply this 9 by 3. If you do that multiplication, it will give you 27. What else do we have to do? The next thing is to do subtraction. So if we subtract 27 from 27, 7 minus 7 will give us 0. 2 minus 2 will give us 0. It means we have 0. So 3 cannot go into 0. So we stop there. We are done with that. So the answer is 9. Here, the answer is 14. We can write our answer for this. We can have 28 divided by 2 is 14. Here, we can have 27 divided by 3 is equal to 9. That's where we'll be stopping today, and I guess it has been very exciting and very easy. It's very simple. There should be no confusion whatsoever. Quickly, we'll be having assignment. Make sure you always do your assignment and submit through the appropriate channel. So these are the assignment. Number 1 is 12 divided by 2. You have to simplify them. Number 2 is 35 divided by 5. And number 3 is 18 divided by 3. Thank you. God bless you. Stay safe.
Thank you.